My radio alarm clock went off at 6:24 every morning. That's because at 6:25, the business news was on, and I was listening to find out if my company had been bought or sold or layoffs were coming because I couldn't afford to lose my job. It was something that I spent each night worrying about and each day, how I was going to survive if I lost my job. I was making a good salary and I was spending a lot. Not all of it, but most of it. I wasn't really happy with this. It wore on me, but it was just the way it was. Everybody was in the same position. And then one day, Sunday morning, I was listening to the radio and I heard Dave Ramsey. And he was talking about financial security and coming up with a new way to use your money and experience your money. And I began to listen and it made sense. So I started trying to come up with a plan where I could start saving more money. So the first thing we did was we decided to look at where all our money was going. We had no idea where our money was going. And when I asked Susie, how much are you spending on cabs each week? She said, $8, $10. I said, okay. And then we began to track every single transaction that we were doing. And Susie was spending about $80 a week in cabs. And then I realized that we were spending about $400 a month on lunches. And that we were spending about $150 a month in coffee. So suddenly we decided that, okay, maybe let's cut back on the cabs. No more cabs. Let's walk instead. Instead of taking a cab at lunch and then to the place to eat lunch and then taking a cab back, we'll just walk. Instead of having lunch every day, one day a week, we'll make a sandwich and bring to lunch. Instead of having coffee every day, I'll just have a cup of coffee at home. And instead, I bought a bunch of coffee cups with lids from the grocery store, and I would just make myself a cup of coffee to take on the subway with me in the morning. So suddenly, we had saved $600 a month just by cutting out little things like that. I'm not talking about not changing our life dramatically. That was like getting a $7,000 a year raise right from the get-go. And so suddenly I started saving. We saved up 3 months worth of expenses, then 6 months, and then always being a little on the safe side, we went up to a year. We saved a year's worth of expenses in cash. We started saving for a car. We bought a new car, paid cash for it, zero debt, paid off all the student loans we had. And each time we paid off one of those debts, that was like getting a raise. So suddenly that gave us more money to spend. To save and to spend. And before we knew it, we got a house. We bought a house. And then each month I would pay off the mortgage plus an extra amount, that savings amount that we've been saving before, that extra $700, $800 a month that we were saving went towards the principal on the house. I paid off my house in 10 years. So then suddenly that was like getting another $3,000 a month raise. So each one of these steps just was snowballing, and I was getting more and more secure. It got to the point where we had lots of money. We could give money, we could go on vacations, and we were still saving. I retired early, much earlier than most people, just because I could. And that's really what we're giving you with the Dave Ramsey and the Peace University, is that peace of mind so you don't have to stay up at night worrying about what am I going to do if I get laid off tomorrow? You won't have to worry about that anymore. It's amazing the liberating you get by just being able to have that knowledge of where your money goes and have that ability to start putting some money aside. So I encourage every one of you to join. I would tell you that it's made mentally my life much better. So please sign up. Thank you.